Hey everyone, today we're talking about SoFi, a company shaking up the world of finance. SoFi is a financial technology company, also known as Fintech. They offer all sorts of financial products like loans, banking, investing, and even insurance, all online. But why should you care? Because SoFi is a publicly traded company. That means you can buy a piece of it. When you buy stock in a company, you're essentially betting on its future success. If the company does well, its stock price goes up, and you make money. Now let's dive into SoFi's business and see why it's causing so much excitement in the financial world. So how does SoFi actually make money? It's a question a lot of people have, especially since their app looks so different from a traditional bank. Let's break it down. The answer is actually pretty simple. SoFi makes money in ways that are similar to traditional banks, but they've added a modern twist that sets them apart from the old-school financial institutions. For starters, SoFi earns interest on the loans they provide to customers, whether it's student loans, personal loans, or mortgages. When you borrow from SoFi, they collect interest payments over time just like any other lender. In addition to interest, SoFi also brings in revenue from various fees. These can include fees for trading stocks, using certain banking services, or even investing in cryptocurrencies through their platform. Every time a customer makes a transaction, SoFi can earn a small fee. But here's the cool part. SoFi is obsessed with making its products and services incredibly easy and enjoyable to use. They know that people want to manage their money quickly and without hassle. That's why they've invested heavily in creating a slick, user-friendly app and website. With just a few taps, you can check your balance, apply for a loan, or invest in stocks, all from your phone or computer. Managing your money has never been more convenient. No more waiting in line at the bank or dealing with piles of paperwork. SoFi let you handle everything from the comfort of your home or even on the go. This customer-friendly, digital-first approach has attracted millions of users, especially young professionals and tech-savvy individuals who love doing everything online and expect seamless experiences. SoFi's winning formula is simple: offer great financial products, make them easy to use, and always put the customer first. That's how they keep people coming back and earn glowing reviews. Thanks to this strategy, SoFi has grown rapidly and established itself as a major player in the fintech world, changing the way people think about banking and investing. Hold on to your hats, folks, because SoFi is growing faster than a rocket. This isn't just your average financial company making slow and steady progress. The stock is absolutely blasting off, leaving competitors in the dust. If you blink, you might just miss their next big milestone. In the first quarter of 2025 alone, SoFi's revenue shot up by a whopping 20%. That's not just a small bump, it's a massive leap that most companies can only dream about, especially in the fast-paced world of fintech. That's a lot of money. Imagine the stacks of cash piling up as SoFi continues to break its own records quarter after quarter. They even managed to rake in a record $772 million in revenue. That's a new high for the company, and it's a clear sign that their business model is working better than ever. But wait, there's more. SoFi's member count has skyrocketed too. It's not just about making money. Their community is growing at an unbelievable pace. They added a jaw-dropping 800,000 new members in just 3 months, bringing their total to over 10.9 million. That's a tidal wave of new users joining the SoFi family in record time. That's like adding the entire population of New York City to their platform in just 1 quarter. It's almost hard to wrap your head around that kind of explosive growth. And it's not just about getting new members. SoFi is also doing a fantastic job of keeping them engaged. People aren't just signing up, they're sticking around and making SoFi a bigger part of their financial lives. Their customers are using more and more of SoFi's products, from loans to investments, and even exploring new features like budgeting tools and credit monitoring. The platform is becoming a one-stop shop for all things money. This incredible growth shows that SoFi is onto something big, and investors are taking notice. With numbers like these, it's clear that SoFi is shaping the future of digital banking and financial services. The company isn't just competing with other fintech companies. They're taking on the big dogs, the traditional banks. And guess what? They're winning. One of SoFi's biggest advantages is its technology. Their platform is built from the ground up to be fast, efficient, and user-friendly. Traditional banks, on the other hand, are weighed down by outdated technology and bureaucratic processes. It's also attracting customers by offering a wider range of products and services all in one place. They're not just a bank, they're a one-stop shop for all your financial needs. This all-in-one approach is a major selling point for customers who are tired of juggling multiple accounts and apps. SoFi is the future of finance, and they're leaving traditional banks in the dust. It is not just a pretty face with a slick app. They're also a tech powerhouse. Their secret weapon is their cutting-edge technology platform called Galileo. Now, Galileo isn't something you'll use directly like SoFi's app. Instead, Galileo is the engine that powers SoFi and a bunch of other fintech companies behind the scenes. Think of Galileo as the picks and shovels during the gold rush. They're providing the essential infrastructure that other companies need to succeed. This platform as a service model is a brilliant move by SoFi. It allows them to generate revenue, not just from everyday consumers, but also from other businesses. This diversification makes SoFi even more attractive to investors who love to see multiple streams of income. Now, before you go all in on SoFi, let's talk about the risks. Investing always comes with risks. One of the biggest risks for SoFi is competition. The fintech space is getting crowded with new players popping up all the time. Another risk is the economy. If the economy takes a downturn, people might borrow less money, and that could hurt SoFi's loan business. Also, keep in mind that SoFi is a relatively young company. They've only been profitable for a short time. It's still early days, and there's always a chance they could face unexpected challenges. Remember, investing is a bit like surfing. You need to be prepared for the waves and adjust your strategy accordingly. So, after everything we've discussed, you might be wondering, is SoFi the right investment for you personally? It's a big question and one that deserves careful thought. The truth is, that's a question only you can answer. Every investor has their own unique goals, risk tolerance, and financial situation. On the one hand, SoFi has a lot going for it. The company is growing at an impressive rate, expanding its user base and rolling out new products that appeal to a younger tech-savvy generation. Their business model is solid, focusing on digital-first solutions that make banking, investing, and borrowing more accessible and convenient. They're truly shaking up the old-school banking industry, challenging traditional banks with innovative technology and customer-friendly features. But on the flip side, SoFi faces some serious competition from other fintech companies and established banks that are also investing heavily in digital transformation. Plus, it's important to remember that SoFi is still a relatively young company. They're growing fast, but with that growth comes uncertainty and potential volatility. Before you decide to invest in SoFi or any stock, for that matter, take the time to really dig in and do your own research. Look beyond the headlines and hype, study the company's financials, understand their business strategy, and consider how they stack up against competitors. Don't just take my word for it. Read analyst reports, check out recent news, and see what industry experts are saying about SoFi's future prospects. And most importantly, make sure you understand the risks involved. Every investment carries some level of risk, and it's crucial to know what you're getting into. Investing is a deeply personal decision, and what makes sense for one person might not be the best choice for someone else. Your financial goals, your timeline, and your comfort with risk should all play a role in your decision-making process. The key is to make informed, thoughtful decisions that align with your personal financial goals and your own risk tolerance. Take your time, do your homework, and invest with confidence. The most important thing is to never stop learning. The more you know about investing, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions. There are tons of resources available to help you learn about investing, from books and websites to YouTube channels like mine. Remember, investing is a journey, not a sprint. Take your time, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask questions. That's it for today, folks. I hope you found this overview of SoFi informative and helpful. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to managing your money. What's your take on SoFi? Are you bullish or bearish right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's get a discussion going. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future updates.